welcome back for a new video. This time I'm going to release the 100 Stacker RegenBust. The download is down in the description, sorry, and it is a schematic download. So let's go straight into it. Right now this is the schematic you get. I haven't changed a bit. So now we have to change it so you can actually pre-stack and then RegenBust this wall right here. There you go. And now we can go ahead and we can go in and change the guider here. So right here with this slide base, you're going to put 1, 2, 3. That means that it's going to be right here where the piston is, right where the sand is, and right here where the pillar is. That's going to be 4 blocks, alright? And now you can go ahead and you can take this wet sand out, that is that little redstone right there. And you can go ahead and take this one out, that is the wet sand right there. And after that you can go ahead and change the timings on the hammer. You're going to put this on 2 ticks. So that's going to be 2 ticks like that. And basically what it does is that whenever you have... Whoop, let me just quickly do this. There you go. So whenever you have your hammer on 1 tick, it's gonna do it right here. But if you're gonna go ahead and put 2 ticks on your hammer down, it is gonna fall a bit and explode right here. So that means that whenever you try to sand stack, that the 1 tick is going to be up here, which is a little bit too high for the RegenBust, while 2 ticks of the hammer down, the TNT have fallen a little bit and actually make us able to stack a little bit more down, if you can say so. So it's going to be like that, which is exactly what we need. So let's go ahead and destroy this so you don't get it on your schematic here. But let's go ahead and make sure we had everything correct. So that is 2 ticks on here. The whetstone or wet sand is disabled. There is a brand new guider in. Oh, it's shiny. And now we can go ahead and press the button and we should have a sand stack right here. On exact same Y level as I'm aiming at, I hope so. Yep, alright. So whenever you have done this, you have to make sure that the sand stack is... Whoop, let's go ahead right here. So let's go ahead and check if this is one... Exactly. There you go. So that means that it is a perfect RegenBust we're gonna have. If it is one more up, then it's not gonna work. If it's one more down, it is not gonna work. So make sure that that is correct. And that is basically, what is that, 2 above Y level. We are at Y100 right now. Let's go ahead here, and that is Y02. So that's 2 blocks above the platform. And as you know, all my cannons, if it's a 100 stacker, you build it at Y100. If it's a 200 stacker, you build it at Y200. And that's just how I like it, because I think that's a lot easier for you guys to understand that where does this cannon go in Y levels. So Y100 is why you built the cannon. So it doesn't matter which cannon it is. If it's my 60 stacker you're gonna download, it is Y60. That's just how it is. So always remember that. But let's go ahead and put some sand in here, because we're gonna need that to RegenBust as well. But now, before we do that, we will have to go ahead inside the barrel and change it back. So remove the guider and then go ahead and place a block, and we need a slab as well. Let's get that right there. And then of course the trapdoor, the beloved trapdoor right there. Alright, so when you've done that, you can go ahead and you can enable all this wet sand again here. And of course you're going to put this back to 1 tick, as we talked about over there. So 1 tick on these here, wet sand enabled, all enabled, yes. And then I go ahead and do the guider as well, yes. And then disable the scatter. No matter what, if you pre-stack or if you RegenBust, you never enable the scatter. I'm just gonna leave the scatter in. For if there's some normal walls, you would like to have the scatter in on the cannon as well, so you don't have to build a new cannon. But after that, you can go ahead and press the button, and we should have a beautiful RegenBust, I hope. So let's go ahead and make sure that is what we get. Should come in here in a second. There you go, which is absolutely perfect. The wet sand should have fallen. Oh, there you go, there's the wet sand, perfect. And that is the RegenBust. And then when you want to go further, you can go ahead and you can hybrid this down with a normal one shot, and hybrid the obsidian down, and then go further to the next region if that is what you want. So this works as a RegenBust, but also as a normal cannon. So that means you can go ahead and you can cannon normal walls as well. So it probably not all regions all the way into the base. So that is why I added this scatter here. So we always have that opportunity to go ahead and go straight walls instead of RegenBusting. But I think that's just a little bit about the cannon here. The scatter right here is quite is quite a lot with all the repeaters here. Of course, that is not gonna work if there's lava walls. You will have to decrease it a lot. But basically, it is way easier to figure out. So when the hammer goes off, you want your scatter to go off right after your hammer. So that means that if you want this to go off the exact same ticks as the hammer, and it doesn't matter what cannon it is actually, let me just go over that. So no matter what cannon it is, from the power to the hammer, that is gonna be, this is 2 ticks and that is 3 ticks, alright? So when you go down here to the button, that should be 3 ticks. So that's 1 tick, that is 3 ticks, 4 ticks, 5 ticks, and then you can go ahead and put these to 0 actually, because then you actually have just about 2 ticks more on the scatter than you have than the hammer down, which should be quite fast. But let's just go ahead and make sure that is fast, just so you guys understand it a little bit more. Build up a normal wall here, and let's paste in the sand. You can go ahead and put 2 ticks on this. We're not going to region bust anymore, so we can easily do that, or you can just leave it. It doesn't really matter. But now the hammer or the scatter is on. We have sand in here, and we do need to change the guider back here before we do this. So let's just do that quickly. There you go. And now when we fire, we should have a hybrid shot as well. Oh, of course. Of course, you can't have the other wet sand here, so let's go ahead and disable that. There you go. That's my bad, guys. Let's go ahead and drop that down a bit. That is my bad, guys. But you should be able to do this, if I am correct. Might be a little less 2 ticks just right after your hammer, and it should do it. Let's go ahead and make sure here. It looks like that was a bit too much, actually. So let's go ahead and put 1 more full tick on it. That means that it is just about right after the hammer down. There's not really much the difference right there. So 2 repeaters or 1 repeater off, and it should have a decent shot. So let's go ahead and make sure it works. That was a disaster. Let's go ahead and figure out why is that. Might just have been me. And it still looks like the scatter is too high up, so let's go ahead and put 2 ticks on it. Or did I count something wrong on the... I'll make sure. Just let's just see if we can get a hold here now. No. There's still something wrong. Oh, it's not even firing. That might be our issue, boys. Oh, it is firing right here, I'm pretty sure. But down below it isn't, I guess. That's something I have to quickly look into before I release the cannon here. But it looks like it is firing. Let's just make sure here. There you go. See if I counted wrong on these, I might. I'm pretty sure it did then. Alright, let's just make sure. Okay, there goes the scatter. Okay, so that means that I counted something wrong here. Where is this? That goes right there. That means that after the power... Oh, we'd probably have to count down here as well. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just find the right ticks here, but let's go ahead and put a full repeat on this one. Because you see, it kind of went up. And that should have fixed the issue if we do this. But, there we go. See if that helped our issue. It is still firing up a bit, which I find a little bit weird. Let's go ahead and figure out why is that. It should work perfectly. Or it might be too close, who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's see if this helps. Oh, there we go. Alright, perfect. Let's just make sure we're not clipping. There we go. Alright, so it was a little bit more with the timing here. It's actually the first time I haven't region bust with a region buster, so don't hang me up on this, guys. I'm not that good at region busting, I must admit. but I know how to make the cannon and such. But all in all, it is working perfectly, and I have no clue why I did that. I just find that calming down. I don't know. You do like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, well, let's just go ahead and call that it. So, of course, you can decrease it now. So let's just go ahead and say that we don't want it to wait that long, because then it is definitely gonna fuck up. So let's go ahead and put all those to 0, and then let's try again. Just so whenever you guys are gonna go ahead and try the cannon, you will know that what ticks it should go on. But it's probably too fast now, so let's just make sure it's not too fast. It was a bit too fast right there, as you saw. So let's go ahead and put 1 repeater on it. Or I could just simply have counted the repeater ticks from the button to the hammer down and from the button to the scatter. But I'm pretty sure we don't need to do that. It is still a little bit off here, so let's go ahead and put 1 more repeater on. There you go. And let's go ahead and see if that helps. So that is two full repeaters. Oh, they go on the same time now. You know what? Let me just go ahead and let's count the repeaters just so we know. Alright, so from the button, hello button. From the button there is 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so that's 12 ticks. And from here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's not enough. You're gonna need at least 1 more full repeater for that to work. Alright, now we should have a blast. If there's no wet sand. No, there's no wet sand, so it's of course not gonna do anything. Let's go ahead and remove the sand stack, so we can get a decent scatter here. But we might actually have to do 1 more repeater. But let's just go ahead and see if this should help. And now there's no sand. I fuck up every single time, guys. Don't worry about it. That's because I know I fucked up. And now I'm trying to do it fast so you guys don't have to wait. I'm hurrying up. Alright, there we go. So, either 1 more repeater. But let's just see if that helped a bit. That was a bit too fast, actually. I'm pretty sure we can do 1 more repeater without hurting anybody. But at least 3 full repeaters right here. And of course, this was quite a small hole. I'm pretty sure you can change that if you just simply put that one to a full tick. We should go ahead and we should have a bigger hole now, I hope. That was the same hole actually, or was it? I'm not sure. There you go. Or maybe that. Oh, yeah. Let's paste this in. Oh, actually, now we have to go do this. There you go. I don't know if it was the same hole, but let's go ahead and see. Did they even put sand in? I don't even know. I don't even know what I did, guys. Did I even put sand in? Pretty sure I didn't. But now that one is on 0 ticks as well. Let's just see. But again, this is very, very fast. I recommend doing at least 1 more full repeater. But I don't really have much experience in, like, normally you don't really need to have this fast scatter. You really don't, because I'm not normal. Like, it's only the Archon I've seen that use that ladder plugin. But at least, let me see here, three full repeaters, and then you can go ahead and you can add a little bit more if that's what you wanted. But you don't really need to. But it is a little bit fast. But right there is the cannon, and it can straight shoot as well, as you saw. It's just me fucking up, so don't worry about that. But here's the 100 Stacker RegenBust. You can go straight watch, you can go RegenBust, and I'm pretty sure you can imprint left shoot as well if that is what you want. I'm not sure you can RegenBust left shoot, so you should probably not try it, but it is working just fine, and it is fairly cheap to use. There's not really, but of course the power is quite big here. You can take it down if you don't shoot that far. But the hammer and everything is just perfect. And right here it is only using a little bit of a slab bust. Of course this up here can be filled as well. But unless there's more slabs, or unless you have to reverse up, you don't really need more. So that's why I just left it with these two. You can go ahead and you can place a slab right there and a slab right here, and it is all enabled. So now everything is gonna fire, but this right here should be just fine for you. But again, I think that is just about it. The RegenBust, let's go over that again. The guide for the RegenBust here, just so you guys know, like that, and it will be perfect. And of course, the watering is fairly simple. Just make sure there's no. You can place like a sponge right here. You can make a hole right here. It doesn't really matter. After that, you can go ahead and you can water everything in here, so there's no air box or whatever, air gaps. But I think that is just about it for this video here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like my videos, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. I have to walk my dog now, but my name is Dexter, and I'm out.